Good morning, everyone. Brian Hoops here, Midwest Market Solutions, Market Insider TV. This is our opening commentary. It is Tuesday, July the 22nd. Thanks and good morning, everyone. Hope you had a great night. Looking forward to today's trade. Going to be warm and hot here, very hot for the next week or two. And markets clearly trading weather in August. You look at crude oil and natural gas, grains, all trading weather in August. Not this week's forecast. That was traded last week with the rally. And in hindsight, looks like a great selling opportunity. Small rallies, but yet would have been profitable to be a seller on that rally. Dollar index a little bit firmer here this morning. Nat gas is down. Again, we're down almost 3%. Crude oil down a little bit here. Stock market steady mix. We had new all-time highs in the stock market yesterday. Gave back a lot of those gains. And we pulled back into this range here, this 63.46 range. Corn 4.25 lower. Beans down 2 3/4. And the wheat is mixed. Chicago's up 3/4, with Kansas City's 2 higher, and the oats are down about 2 1/4 cents. So let's take a look here at our news and some features in here. Check out our website, MidwestMarketSolutions.com, as you can sign up for our daily newsletters, text service, Twitter feed, all the information you need to stay on top of the markets. So here we go. Let's take a look at the markets here. Very hot and dry conditions persist for the next 6 to 10 days for the Corn Belt, but temperatures do moderate with additional moisture in August. That looks to be a pretty ideal forecast for the Corn Belt. And yes, this week is going to be warm, dry. Some of the crops need a little bit of heat, but with all the moisture that they've received here recently and will receive by early next week, it looks to be a blessing for this crop. Last trading day for August grain options is Friday the 25th. So that is coming up this Friday. And the weekly crop progress conditions report. Corn conditions were unchanged. It's 74 good to excellent. That was as expected. And 67% was our rating last year. This is the best ratings in the last 9 years for mid-July. Iowa improved up to 86% good to excellent. Illinois has improved. It now up 70% good to excellent, so that's up 2. It's an improvement, but to have monster yields that some people are talking about, you're probably going to have better ratings out of Illinois than 70%. I'm talking 188, 189 type of yield ratings. I just don't think are going to be there this year. Soybean conditions fell 2% down to 68 good to excellent. That was below expectations and right in line with last year. It's also the best ratings in 5 years for mid-July. Kansas and Missouri are 2 of the states that had the biggest drops. Kansas down 5% to 64, Missouri down 3 to 77, but Iowa, the number 1 producing state, up 1 to 80% good to excellent. Spring wheat conditions down 2 to 52%. That was less than expected. 77% was our rating last year. North Dakota is our spring wheat producing leader of wheat there, lost 4% down to 67, and the winter wheat harvest is now 73% done nationwide. The average is 72, so we caught up pretty quickly. I didn't list it here, but the Plains states are nearly done, within 1 to 2% of being done for the year. The remaining harvest for winter wheat, it's out in the Pacific Northwest and Idaho and Washington State, Oregon, and Montana. The rest of the plains, as I said, virtually done. And that means double crop soybeans are going in. So coming up on Friday, we have a lot of reports. Don't have the estimates yet. Should have them by tomorrow. But the cattle and feed report comes out at 2 o'clock Central Time. Semi-annual inventory report and cold storage reports also will be released at the same time next Friday. And finally, the Cattle Facts show list this week. Down 9,500 head, 214,000 head. Our numbers are tight and going to remain tight. The estimates that I have for the cattle on feed show slight losses from a year ago on feed and placement numbers down from last year. That could be friendly in here for this cattle market. We hit new all-time highs in cattle yesterday. Did back off just a little bit, but still closing at new highs is certainly not bearish for this cattle market. Maybe we'll have a little turnaround Tuesday, but if we get triple-digit losses, look for some buying to develop in that cattle complex once again. Have a good day, everyone. Good luck, good trading. And as always, we hope to talk to you soon. This has been Brian Hoops.